Don't complain. Don't talk negative. That's average people talk normal. Average people talk problems.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Taylor Talk. I'm your host, Rev Scribe. And so today I want to talk about the fruit of the Spirit. And I'm going to get a little bit personal. So the first fruit of the Spirit is love. Why is love the very first fruit of the Spirit? Because in 1 John 4:8 it says God is love. And often we have a misconception on love. I've been guilty of this plenty of times. I have read the Word of God and still I have come up with a misconception of love. So how would one understand the finest point of love? It is your seeking of God. Now understand why I'm saying this. Because we seek knowledge. Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It's not what you know he's talking about though. He's talking about your relationship with God, because we can know everything. You know, we can know a lot of things. And if I don't know God, I can't know love. And I have often tried to love my wife first and foremost out of my own perception of love from Brett Taylor. I can't love my wife from a point of fleshly love. I can't, because the love that comes from the flesh is not unconditional. It's based on condition, meaning it's based on feelings. And so I have been so misled, not understanding some of the things my wife goes through based off me trying to love out of my own means. It don't work. It can't happen. Jesus is love. You know, Jesus is God. Jesus is love. And in order for love to be perfected in us, we have to be in Him. And I mean, we have to have a deep, intimate relationship with Christ. If we do not, we will never understand what love truly is. So, me as a person, I have failed in this area so many times. So many times. Recently, I have failed in this area. I have been in a scenario where I have failed trying to love my wife properly. I've incorrectly loved her, and she doesn't deserve that. She deserves the utmost and greatest love that has ever existed. And the only way I can do that, first and foremost, is by holding myself accountable through the Word of God. Meaning me telling myself, I've been wrong. I'm wrong. Your fruit is how you're known, Jesus said. You know my children are the fruit. And if I'm not bearing good fruit, it's showing that I am not been seeking God in the way I should be seeking Him. I know stuff, but do I know Him? So that's my challenge right now. I am seeking Him truly and sincerely with my entire heart, because I need a heart transplant. It needs change. Some of my actions have been uncalled for, and I have to admit that. And so love is unconditional. It comes from the word agape, and this is an unconditional love. And that's the love that we need to love our spouses with, our children with, and even the world. But first of all, to stay in the home. The house is you, and the home is what you build. And if I don't build my house, which is me, on this love, my home caves in. I am the man. I am in charge and responsible for leading my house correctly, then leading my home correctly. I have to be in alignment with God. And so the first fruit of the Spirit is a foundation that is laid solid because it's Christ. And everything that sits on this love, agape, cannot fall. And you have to be sincere in dying every day. Love is sacrifice. And Jesus sacrificed Himself. And Paul says in the Word that we must die daily, crucifying this flesh. This is love. Because once I married my spouse, and understand I'm teaching myself this, once I married my spouse, my beautiful wife, amazing wife, I made the choice to die. My rights are gone. At that point, it's time for me to live for her. Now that's true sacrifice. It's not, when you die to yourself, you're not putting yourself in the grave. You're living for another person. And what goes on with you doesn't matter no more. People don't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that. People don't want to hear like, oh, it's not about me no more. No, because it's about being a servant. I'm telling myself this because this is what I'm learning about me right now. I'm sitting back and I'm doing a self-analysis. And I'm really going into myself deeply, into my heart, realizing I've been very selfish. And most of it's been because of some trauma I've been through and some past things in my life. But that stuff I'm uprooting now. And I'm working towards being a selfless, true, unconditional, loving person. First and foremost, with myself. Second, with my spouse, it'll be. And then with my children. I tell you what, I'm seeking God correctly. So I want you to know, you have to lay a foundation of sincere, true love. And that's God. So, man, that's what I have for you. The very first fruit of the Spirit is love. And it's the most important fruit of the Spirit. Because without that, you have none of the other fruit of the Spirit. So, I love y'all. God bless y'all. Right now, pray for my pastor. He is fighting for his life, but God is with him. I love y'all. God bless y'all. This is Red Beard Scribe. And hey, stay the course. And thank you for watching Taylor Talk. God bless.
Don't complain. Don't talk negative. That's average people talk normal. Average people talk problems. The greats talk solutions.